Welcome back. Country music icon Glen Campbell went on a farewell tour after he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Now, Glen and his family dealing with this disease through love, laughter, and music was all captured in a documentary called I'll Be Me. Take a look at this clip.
Mrs. Campbell, how does it feel to be the mother of one of the finest recording stars in the country?
Well, we're really proud of him, everything.
The record he's got out, which I guess is one of the biggest records he's ever had, called Rhinestone Cowboy, somebody told me is on the way to selling 2 million copies of one record.
The entertainer of the year was Glen Campbell.
Growing up across the world, Glen Campbell showed me what country music was.
Glen Campbell has been making music history for decades, and he still is. He took country music to new heights and became a global superstar.
He was the first singer to win in both country and contemporary categories in the same year.
Who is that?
That's Billy.
Billy. And who is she?
That's your second wife. You were married for 16 years.
Oh, really?
You divorced, and then you met me.
This indicates that in all likelihood, your difficulties are due to Alzheimer's disease.
Researchers still don't know what causes it.
It has happened to a music superstar. 2012 will mark the end of Glen's storied performing career.
There's no cure for the Rhinestone Cowboy, who's heading into the sunset.
I ain't done yet. Yeah, tell him that.
Wow, that is so powerful. And there is a screening of the movie here in town, including a special guest to help benefit others who are also dealing with Alzheimer's. Cecil Rinker from Old Pueblo Placement Services, who has put this event together, is here to tell us all about it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me this morning.
So tell us, why was this Glen Campbell documentary chosen for this event?
Well, actually, my business partner and I, Lori, were looking at a way that we could give back to the community, and we had some contacts in Seattle, and Glen Campbell's family was in Seattle, and they started this foundation to raise money for Alzheimer's by using the documentary on his last tour. And we started talking about it, and we knew that Glen had performed at the Fox Theater for that tour. And we said, what a great idea to be able to bring this to town and to do something locally for our local Alzheimer's chapter. And that's kind of how it came to be. As we moved forward with it, we started finding that there was just a lot of love for Glen Campbell and in his work, and so we were very excited to be able to have that opportunity.
So I definitely think whether you have a love for Glen Campbell or maybe you're dealing with Alzheimer's in your family or you're touched that way, there's a lot of people I think that'll be interested in this.
Absolutely. We think the film is going to benefit not only just folks who are because at this day and age we're really finding that almost everybody knows somebody who is dealing with this disease. And so we believe that there are going to be people who want to come to see the film for that reason. But there are other reasons too. We have a lot of musicians in town who want to come to see the film for that reason as well. And the support has just been really overwhelming.
Well, absolutely. And Cecil, what are you hoping to accomplish with this event?
We're really hoping to bring more awareness, obviously, to the disease and to bring some fundraising efforts to our local Southern Arizona Alzheimer's chapter. But beyond that, I think that we're hoping to, in addition to raising money, just shine a light on the disease so that more people can actually take a look and see what it is that we can do as a community to advance things forward and to try to help bring more awareness.
Oh yeah, and of course you're with the Old Pueblo Placement Service. Tell me how that kind of incorporates into everything.
Absolutely. Old Pueblo Placement Services, my business partner and I started last year, and we've both been working in the senior housing industry for about 25 years each, so combined about 50 years. I just recently relocated back down to Tucson, and we wanted to be able to do something that we could continue to work in the senior housing market because we both have a passion for seniors. So we help families who are struggling with folks with Alzheimer's or memory care issues, sometimes just folks who need an assisted living community or an independent retirement community. We kind of take that stress out of trying to go look for those places and to listen to what people really are looking for and then help to get the proper placement for them so they can finish their retirement years someplace safe and happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's quickly talk about cost for those services and why should somebody come to you?
Absolutely. Our services are free to seniors. And we believe that, the reason why people should come to us, there's various circumstances. A lot of times families are living out of town now. And we are a retirement community here in Tucson, a retirement mecca. So we get a lot of calls from families who aren't here to help their family members to find a place. So we can take that stress out while they're working their jobs and they're doing those things. We can communicate with them on the phone, via email. We can do a lot of things to help narrow down the options because there are so many options. So our services are really, I like to think of ourselves as the retirement community real estate agents. And so we kind of help people get through that and look for the right place, and then we can take them around on tours and show them just the few that we think that are going to be appropriate.
Well, that sounds like a great service, and this is also great that you guys are getting involved to connect the dots between getting the funds over to the fundraising event and also getting people out to get more awareness. So thank you so much, Cecil, for coming today.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me.
And I do want to add the screening of the documentary will take place May 20th at the Fox Theater, starting with a reception at 6 p.m., which the director, James Keach, will be at, as well as a Q&A about the film as well. That's a very special guest. For more information, you can call 499-2168 or log on to oldpuebloplacementservices.com.